old. I'm from France. I'm not from Paris, but during the shooting, it was just like I was there. I got one notification saying the president has been evacuated from a football stadium because of a bomb. But I was like, oh, okay, there's just, fake bomb, maybe fireworks. It was just a safety move. But then we got a second one saying two injured people in the stadium. So I was like, oh, okay. And that was the end of the movie. But from that moment, I just felt something. And my first thought was, okay, I need to get out of here. I really need to know what's happening. And then a third news flash came saying a concert room at Le Bataclan has been assaulted by terrorists, and there is uh, I don't know. I think it started with 12 dead people, and I'm really familiar with this concert room because I'm really also familiar with Paris. And especially this neighborhood. I used to live there, and I really know how it looks like there. There is a bunch of it's like Kirali Street, a lot of pubs and restaurants, and there is so much life there. And when I saw this, I said, okay, there is something wrong. I don't know what's happening. But then we went out, and we were in a very busy street. And everyone was like, do you know what's happening? What's wrong with Paris? We don't know, we have no clue. And for like an hour, we didn't have any clue of what happened, just the amount of death were got higher and higher and higher for like an hour. So we decided to go home to watch the news. And at this very moment, I was checking social media to see maybe what's happening. And on my timeline, I saw it's a girl I used to know from high school. And on my timeline, she was saying, "I'm there. I'm covered by dead bodies. There is dead people all over the place. There is blood on the wall everywhere. Can you please send someone to help us?" And then I was like, "Oh, she's my age. That's me." So we went home, and I tried to get in contact with her, but of course I couldn't. So we were standing in front of the TV from midnight to 6 a.m. in the morning, just seeing some footage of the crime scene, and seeing the amount of death just rising and rising to up to 130 something. And we were crying because we saw some interviewed people, and that was just us, same age, same interest, same. That was me, that was my friend, that's us, so close. I don't know, I know there is a lot of headaches in the world, but I've never felt so threatened by something. Saved was a miracle because, as I told you, the whole room was covered with dead bodies. And so after 10 minutes of shooting straight to the crowd, a lot of people were on the floor. Most of them were dead, but there were still people who were just injured but not dead. But the terrorists wanted to make sure everyone was dead, so they took their gun, and they started to look into the crowd of the dead bodies to see if everyone was really dead. So they were pointing their guns, the huge guns you see on TV, on video games, Call of Duty, those kind of stuff, unbelievable guns, and they were pointing at all of people and lift their legs to see if they were really dead, if uh, and she was under a bunch of dead bodies, so the terrorists couldn't see her, and they were kicking the bodies as well to see if they were reacting. And I think she got like a instinct, she just, her body was dead, her mind wasn't, but I think she thought, I need to fake death, like, and she just faked death like this. So she got out, but we heard a lot of stories afterwards, because there was, of course, interviews, and there was this guy. He had a fake leg. So when the terrorists, so he was faking death, and when the terrorists lifted his leg, he felt like he was dead because he was a fake one. And if he hadn't got a fake leg, the terrorists just would shoot her like cold blood murder. Just they're like, the terrorists are like 25, maybe 20, 27, not much, and they're just out of like just shooting someone in the head. I know in my school there was bodyguards in front of the school for 1 week. And now when I walk in the city, I see military with big guns. Usually it never happens in France. It's really, we have a really bad relationship with cops, military. It's really bad in France, but ever since, there is a lot of them in the street. And yeah, there is also plan Vigipirate, it's called, means that you are more, everyone is watched. Everything you do is recorded. There is more cameras, more securities, less freedom, and there is also a state emergency of states for 4 months, and I think they extended it for 6 months. That means they can search without warrants at your place. They can arrest you out of nothing. They can search you. They can listen to what you do on the phone. And yeah, basically, less freedom. Malgré les attaques, même si mon pays a été touché, je pense qu'on s'en ressent plus fort et plus fier de ce qu'on est et de ce que notre pays représente. Et on va continuer à vivre normalement, même si c'est dur parfois.